You used to be able to power through anything. Set a goal, make a plan, execute relentlessly. But lately, some days you feel unstoppable, and other days you can barely focus on the simplest tasks. You're wondering if you're losing your edge, if something's wrong with your motivation, if you're just not the high achiever that you used to be.
But what if I told you there is groundbreaking research from Harvard Medical School that shows this isn't about your willpower at all, that there's a biological reason why your goal completion feels like it's on a roller coaster?
Today, we're talking about the Perimenopause Productivity Paradox and why understanding your hormonal reality might be the key to finally working with your brain again instead of against it.
Dr. Hadeen Jaffe's research at Harvard Medical School, Connors Center for Women's Health, has revealed something that changes everything we thought we knew about productivity in midlife women. Her longitudinal study shows that during perimenopause, which can start as early as your late 30s and last up to 10 years, estrogen fluctuations directly impact executive function, working memory, and something called cognitive flexibility.
Okay, but here's what this really means. The same hormonal changes that cause your irregular periods also cause irregular productivity patterns. Your brain's ability to focus, plan, and follow through literally changes from week to week, sometimes even day to day. Dr. Jaffe's team found that women in perimenopause experience what they call cognitive variability, periods of sharp mental clarity followed by periods of brain fog, difficulty concentrating, and what feels like decreased motivation.
And let's face it, for type A women, this is especially frustrating. But here's the crucial part. This isn't permanent cognitive decline. It's hormonal fluctuation. And once you understand the pattern, you can work with it instead of fighting it.
If you're in your 40s or your 50s and you've been beating yourself up for not being consistent with your goals as you used to be, research says it's not you, it's simply biology.
Unlike regular menstrual cycles where you might predict your energy patterns, perimenopause throws all of the predictability out of the window. Research from the University of California, San Francisco shows that during perimenopause, estrogen levels don't just drop, they fluctuate wildly and unpredictably. Some cycles, you might have estrogen levels higher than you had in your 20s, and other cycles, they plummet to near menopausal levels.
Dr. Susan Davis's research in Melbourne found that these fluctuations affect 3 key areas that impact goal completion. First, working memory. Some days you can hold multiple complex tasks in your head simultaneously. Other days you walk into a room and simply forget why you're even there.
Second is decision fatigue. Your brain's ability to make decisions becomes inconsistent, and what feels like a simple choice one day can feel overwhelming the next.
And finally, emotional regulation. The same goal that felt so exciting last week can feel completely overwhelming today. Not because the goal changed, but because your hormonal capacity to manage the stress has changed.
Here's what's particularly frustrating. There's not just one thing, but these changes can happen within the same week, sometimes the same day. No wonder your goal completion feels erratic.
And here's what's so frustrating about all of this. Every single piece of productivity advice you've ever read assumes that your brain works the same every single day. Just be consistent. Power through resistance, maintain the same energy every day. But perimenopause research shows that this advice isn't just unhelpful, it's physiological impossible for many women in midlife. When your estrogen is high, you might genuinely feel like you can conquer the world. Your focus is sharp, your energy is sustained, your confidence is through the roof. This is when the traditional hustle advice actually works.
But when your estrogen crashes, trying to maintain that same level of intensity can actually increase cortisol and make the brain fog worse, as if that was possible. The productivity industry has completely ignored the biological reality for women in midlife. They've created systems for 25-year-old male brains and wondered why 45-year-old women feel like failures when they can't keep up consistently. You're not failing at productivity. Productivity advice is failing you.
So seriously, how do you set and achieve goals when your brain is on a hormonal roller coaster? You stop fighting the ride and start riding the waves. Strategy number 1, goal phasing. Instead of expecting linear progress, plan for cyclical progress. High energy phases are for big pushes, launches, and complex problem solving. Lower energy phases are for planning, research, and maintenance tasks.
Strategy 2 is the flexible framework. Set your big goals, but within flexibility. Instead of I'll work out every day, try I'll move my body consistently, adjusting intensity based on how I feel. And instead of writing 1,000 words a day, try I'll make writing progress, whether that's 100 words or 1,000.
Strategy 3, energy tracking. Start noticing your patterns. Keep a simple daily note, high energy, medium energy, or low energy. After a month, you'll start to see your unique rhythm and you can plan accordingly.
And strategy 4, the 2-speed system. Have 2 versions of every important goal, your high energy version and your maintenance version. When you're feeling sharp, accelerate. And when you're in a fog, maintain.
Strategy 5, hormone-informed planning. If you're still having your period, track them along with your energy. Many women find that they have predictable high energy phases and can plan important deadlines accordingly.
And all 5 of these strategies work with our 90-day accelerator plan. You just have to work it into those 30-day milestone periods with some of that flexibility. Here's what's most important. You need to be around other women who understand this reality, who don't expect you to be a productivity machine every single day, who celebrate both your high energy achievements and your low energy maintenance.
The Type A Circle community isn't just about goal setting. It's about goal setting that works with real women's lives, including the biological realities that most productivity communities honestly completely ignore. We built in flexibility, understanding, and strategies that work whether you're having a sharp focus day or a brain focus day. Because your worth isn't measured by your consistency. It's measured by your resilience and your willingness to keep showing up even when your hormones are fighting against you.
If you're tired of feeling like a productivity failure when you're actually experiencing a normal biological process, you belong with women who get it. You are building businesses and achieving goals while navigating the same hormonal reality that you are. The Perimenopause Productivity Paradox is not just a tongue twister, but it is real. So is your ability to work with it instead of against it. You're not broken. You're not less capable. You're not in cognitive decline. You're just operating with a different biological rhythm than the productivity gurus account for, and probably than you're used to.
And once you decide to honor that rhythm instead of fighting it, you might find that your goals become more achievable. Once you decide to honor that rhythm instead of fighting against it, you might find that your goals not just become achievable, but sustainable.